Ladies and gentlemen, recovering emo kids, welcome to Emo Kids Anonymous. I'm your host, Robb Laffoon. Unfortunately, my co-host Amanda could not be here today, so it's just going to be me, and we're going to do our best to get through a solo episode here. Look, I'm going to be really stretching. I'm going to be really reaching, talking Stretch Armstrong for things to talk about, really. It's going to be tough, but either way, we're going to do what we can, okay? Before we get started, do us a favor. Obviously, I need you to subscribe. Follow us at Emo Kids Anonymous, personally at Robb Laffoon. You can follow Amanda's as well at Amazing Amanda _ EKA or Emo Kids Anon. NeverAphaseNetwork.com. That would all be fucking.
What are you doing? Why are you doing an episode without me? What the hell,
What are you doing here?
What are you doing?
I didn't know you were coming home. I didn't know what was going on, and I've been lonely. I'm over here talking to myself.
You've been talking to yourself. I think I saw that you actually put up a Patrick Stump Funko Pop in my honor.
I can't find it right now. Where is it? I don't know where it is.
I don't even know what is going on. Why are you doing a show
I just
without
had
me?
it up here. I had it up here for here he is. I just had it up here.
Look at that gorgeous son of a bitch.
Look, just right there. I just had
beautiful.
it there, just like I told. It's like so you're over my shoulders, so I knew to not say anything too bad or anything.
Well, you did a good job in my absence, so I appreciate that.
Out of respect, I tried. I always tell you, I will carry the ball. You can sit on the bench for a bit if you want, but sometimes I'm on the field and I get scared. I start looking around and I realize I don't really know which way to go.
It's true.
But we did well, and we'll dive into it today because I'm so happy to see you.
And I'm happy to be back, Rob. Yes.
What do you say tonight? We just fucking let the Josh talk.
Well, mine isn't Josh, but we can let it talk. That is good. Yeah.
Oh, you got a different guy over there? You got a different white man named?
No, mine is Mischief and Mayhem. I don't even know. It's like all spooky.
It's like a fucking name for a horse.
It is. It would have been my John Oliver wine, but I drank all of that at Thanksgiving because I needed to drink at Thanksgiving.
You got drunk at Thanksgiving? How was it? You got pretty drunk on Thanksgiving?
No, I got tipsy at Thanksgiving, thankfully. But I definitely need it for everything that is going on in my life currently. And I have to give a shout out to Rob quickly because, he knows the extent of it, but I'm currently going through a separation, and that is very difficult for me.
I was going to say, what are we allowed to say?
Yeah, that's the extent of it. That's the extent of it.
Amanda's having a hard time.
I'm having a hard time. Life has been getting me down, and so I'm going through a separation, but it is going to be okay. Rob has been there for me the entire time, and so has a lot of the Never Phase Network or NapNet crew. Our friend Kanan actually sent me these bracelets.
I was going to say, yeah, those are bracelets straight from fucking Kanan, right? Damn. She made me some of these friendship bracelets as well. They were supposed to arrive today. I was like, damn, we're going to be wearing matching bracelets.
Oh, that would have been amazing. Yes.
Yeah, a couple of teenage girls. But yeah, I went and checked my mail right now, which, by the way, I checked my mail while you were gone. This band, Tiger Wood, great friends of ours, great friends of the show now. Our new intro music, I changed it. I was sick of listening to my own music. Our friends over at Tiger Wood, they sent us over here this nice hoodie blouse that I just put on. But I checked my mail and I didn't have anything from Kanan yet. But a lot of people were. We were very much looking out for you.
I appreciate. Yeah, Jezzy sent me some. Jezzy also sent me some healing crystals as well, which are super adorable. I've been using them like every day. So thank you, Jezzy. Yeah.
And that's not it. I'm pretty sure there's they really think I think they imagine we have this very deep codependency or like something like that where they're like, could you send me like Amanda's address? I'm like, I don't just like have her address like on hand.
Well, you do technically if you search the.
If I scroll back, I do have it there, but it's not like something like I just like have. Mm-hmm. Like I mean, I guess yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, I definitely do have it.
But thank you for using discretion as to who you're going to give it to. I appreciate that.
Right? Yeah.
Just the wrong
in general,
person.
I was like, I don't know if I should be doing doxing stuff.
Yeah, I appreciate not doxing me to some people. I know most people have
I don't think I'll ever dox you.
But yeah.
I don't know. You've missed out on a lot.
There's
been some wild stuff. We've learned that some people don't always have great intentions.
This is true. Wait.
Actually, we don't know that for sure. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh shit, we have a lot of fun stuff to
We
talk
do.
about.
I have
We're
a
just
lot
gonna,
to
yeah.
catch up on.
Before we do that, again, you guys go follow, subscribe on the internet at Emo Kids Anonymous, emokidsanonymous.com, neveraphasenetwork.com. Amanda, now that you're getting back in the swing of things, are you going to be doing an album of the year list
I think
for
I
2025? Or are you going to also possibly, we're doing a group project here for Never Phase Network, which will be coming out like in the middle of December. That's going to be the most anticipated of 2026.
Ooh, okay.
So we're all picking like a few albums or so, like bands that we like are either confirmed to be releasing new music next year, or like we're speculating and
Yep.
just kind of writing about those, compiling it, kind of similar but not at all alike in a trademark legal way to what alternative press used to do.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to participate in both of those things. I have to compile my list though. So I have to get
Yeah, take your
like
time.
yeah, I have to get back in the swing of things. I
And you know, with this
definitely took
shit,
a
when
social
I say
media break.
December 10th, it's really going to be December like 17th or 20th or some shit. So like,
Yes.
you do your thing. You do your
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Yeah, I took a bit of a social media break to deal with my personal
You didn't
issues,
miss anything.
except for, posting about my physical competition that I was involved in Chicago.
Bro, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
That shit's sick.
Yeah. So, what was it? The 14th, 15th of Chicago or November, I went to Chicago with a bunch of my gym buddies, and me and my friend Brittany competed in what's called the High Rocks. It is a worldwide competition. 14,000 people competed that weekend, and we competed in the women's pro doubles, so we had to do higher weight than the women's open, which is always fun. But basically, it is a fitness competition of sorts. You run a sixth of a mile and then or 0.6 of miles, and then after you run that you do 1,000-meter ski, you do another lap, 2 laps of the 0.6 miles, then you're gonna
Point 0.6 of a mile. Is that 1,000 meters?
I don't
Or
know the
no, wait, that's
math.
way.
The
I
it
think that's
it'll
like 1,000 meters.
it
You're
ends
basically
up
you're running, yeah.
yeah, it
You're running a
eventually
kilometer.
yes, eventually it'll end up being, yeah, it's a kilometer, correct. So eventually we'll end up running
Yeah.
about 5 miles at the end of it. But in between the 5 miles, you're also doing these different uh you're also doing these different exercises. So you do 1,000-meter ski, you push a sled about 50 meters, and it's 335 pounds. So I could push a 335-pound sled, guys. And then you pull a 220. Yeah,
Powerhouse.
then you pull a 225-pound sled, about 50 meters. Then you have to do burpee broad jumps. So if you're not familiar with that, so you're doing a burpee, which is where you like kind of fall into like a push-up position, jump back up. In this case, you're jumping in a broad jump. So think back to track and field, and you're doing that for 80 meters. And then you have to row 1,000 meters. You also have to do a farmer's carry. We had two 53-pound kettlebells on either side. Then we had to do walking lunges with a 43-pound sandbag on our back. And I don't know if I'm missing one, but I feel like I am. I don't think so. Then we do wall balls at the end.
This is pretty powerful, impressive stuff. Like this is the kind of training they do for like Division I collegiate athletes.
Yes, yeah. And
Like
it's
I'm thinking about it, it's like, oh, I could do that, but like realistically, it's like no, like a quarter of the way through, like you're legitimately like throwing up.
yeah, we were. It was intense. And we're gonna do another one in March, so in DC. So I'm really excited about it. Because I want to better my time. But that's the only thing I think I broke my social media for. That in Temple University, my alma mater, on at the Macy's
Yeah, what was
Thanksgiving Day
this?
parade, they played Love from the Other Side, and in the midst of all my sadness, that made me happy for like a good like day. I was like, wow, this is
Yeah,
amazing.
there was a minute there where you it was and I repeated it last night to Jazzy when she asked, and I was just like, you were like, I'm so sad I can't even listen to
It's
Fall Out Boy.
true. I
It
can't
broke
laugh.
my fucking heart.
I
It
couldn't
broke
put
my
it on.
fucking heart.
It just, yeah.
Like hearing, I can't think of it like a thing that someone could say to me that would just be like, you can't enjoy that anymore. It was like,
It's just
I
really
told, like,
hard.
I was like, like, I was, just like, fully, pull back the curtain, just like, like I'm like, she'll be good. But I was just like, like, and she's like, I was like, I'm letting her know, like, we got you. You're good. Chill. You do enough. Like, you're chill. Do your fucking thing.
Yeah.
You have a whole like chair at the front of the table with like roses and like a nice like fucking cushion on it waiting for you. But like, handle your thing. And Jesse's like, she'll come back, like, her passion for this and the scene doesn't die. And I'm like, I hope not. She told me she can't even enjoy Fall Out Boy right now.
What's
And
with that?
she's like, I had that happen once, and I was like, this isn't okay. This isn't
No,
okay.
it's not. Yeah, but I actually
I
been
can't
listening
live
to
with
them a
it.
little bit, so that's good. Getting back into it, so that is
What was your Fall Out Boy like easing back into it way?
it was actually working out. I was coaching and the people who, don't give me shit about the music I play, weren't there.
You
So
played on the loud thing, not in your
yes,
ears, right?
exactly. Yeah. So I played for everyone to
Wild.
hear. So I was like, I'm gonna
Wild.
put Fall Out Boy Radio on, and it was just what I needed. It felt really good to listen to it again. So I'm able to like get back into it. Like I couldn't like listen to any music. I just don't even know. It was just like, man, depression is not fun, guys, and it is hard. And it's definitely, if you feel that way, you definitely need support. And I've been very blessed to have support of Rob, the rest of NapNet, my
It's not
friends
enough,
here.
it's
Yeah.
tough. You're so far, and it's tough too because you're in a place that's far away from all of us. It's just
Yeah.
like could only be so helpful, and it's like I don't want to be overbearing on you, but I also don't want you to feel like you're forgotten or anything like that too. It's like I don't want, it's like we don't want to like let you handle your, even
Oh
like
yeah.
Ricky was like trying to like organize a song club, and he messaged me separately to be like, hey, like attend to, which by the way, Ricky, if you're listening, like it's not gonna work. I forgot about it. I actually scheduled, and I wasn't sure what was going on with man. I actually scheduled like two massive interviews on the 22nd, like back to back. One of the biggest fucking second wave emo bands of the 90s, basically the sports of the second wave. They're called Everyone Asked About You.
Yeah. Wait,
They're fucking
did I
so
miss
fucking
this?
sick. Bro, oh my god, yeah, we'll get into it. There's so much random shit that happened because like I was literally like it when you were this is fucking so weirdly heavy, but like just these couple weeks before you got it was the kind of like it was like I need to be both me and Amanda,
Yes.
but I also need to make Amanda like stoked. Kind of like I need you to come back to be like, look, I can do everything here. Everything's good. Like the house can survive without you, but the
Yes.
house wants you, kind of thing. It's like we're not burdening you with like need. We don't need you in the sense of like
Mm-hmm.
without you, we'll like I'll fucking suffocate. But it's like oh like you're the queen of this house. We made the house nice for you kind of thing. And
Yeah.
like they followed us. And I was like, is that the everyone asked about you that I remember hearing when I was like in the sixth grade? And I looked it up and I'm
Wow.
like on Wikipedia and I was like, how random. How random.
That's
And
crazy.
oh my God, you like Jason Tate?
Oh, I saw the Jason Tate stuff.
Jason fucking
That
Tate?
was
What the Amanda?
amazing.
I
Like,
cried. I
wow.
literally so I post the clip with um Steph from Grey Wing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And Steph from Grey Wing because she's talking about
Who is an
Absolute Punk,
absolute sweetheart,
and
by the way. She messaged
and she,
me a little bit too.
she right, she's the
Yeah, she's the sweetest
sweetest. We
person.
love Steph.
Yeah.
Oh my god, just angel, fucking so sweet. And after this interview, Steph like responded like when I posted like the first video of it, and she was like, "Oh, that's so cool." And I was like, "This happened because of you." Like you brought it up, and then I saw that, and I was like, "Oh, and I thought of it in the moment. It's like I should post that for like multiple reasons, but like
You didn't
one of
think that it
the
was gonna be
chorus
bad.
I kind of like when I went to pick that one in my head, I'm always kind of like, oh, this is what's going to happen. But it's kind of like after the fact, I'm imagining, I told Jason the same thing. I was like, this is why I posted the clip. But honestly, it might have just been random on accident. I might be giving myself more credit. But I post it, and someone from Chorus FM sends it to Jason Tate, and he responds to it. And I just like DM'd him. And I respond. He wouldn't get my DMs. I commented. It was just like, let me know when you're down to come on the show. And he was like, ha, I'd be down. And I went and found his email on Chorus FM, and I emailed him, and he got back to me like the next day, and
That's
was like, it
insane.
was like he got back to me on like Monday or Tuesday, and was like, would like, all right, yeah, I have time Wednesday or the weekend. Will be better. And I'm just like tomorrow, like tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow.
Do it.
Like let's go, let's go. And I fucking just nerded out the whole because it
That's
was also partly
incredible.
like everything to me, like everything Absolute Punk was is like
Yeah,
everything that in my head like is like what NapNet could be, where it's like it's
exactly.
this website or it's this social media thing, but also like there's personalities and like the things that CZB or Kanan or
Mhm.
Becca or Devin. We got new people in the group, by the way. We got new people.
I
We got two new
saw
people.
that. I was like, wow, I'm missing
Devin. Well,
some
you know
stuff.
Devin.
Yes, yes, from
You know
Imperfect
Devin.
Pods.
Perfect
Yeah.
Devin. And Becca. Becca went to school with CZB.
Back on repeat,
Good
right?
people. Back on repeat.
Yes.
She posts a lot. Yeah, yeah.
I
And I
follow her. She
basically like
follows me, yeah.
Yeah, I hit up back or CZB one day and was like, who the fuck is this? Because I commented on one of her videos from like our emo kids page
Yeah.
and had like 50, like the comment had 50 likes. And I was like, who the fuck, like, do we know her? And she's like, I went to high school with her. And I was like, oh, cool. And then
Wild.
later on, she's like, we should have her, like she should this and that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
yes, we got new people. Yes, a lot has gone
I
on.
love it.
But anyways, sorry. Jason Tate.
Jason Tate.
He's like, yeah, let's do it. And he fucking comes on here. And this was last Wednesday or 2 Wednesdays ago. And I just went like fucking demon mode that day. Cause I was like, okay, I don't have to I literally a couple bands like would just like hit me up and I was like, fuck it. What are you doing tomorrow?
Yeah.
One of them hit me up, Good Sleepy. After the Emo All-Stars freshman article, our friend Beckett, Big Picture Media, hit me up and she sent me over this band. I was just like kind of going to ignore it first. And they're called Good Sleepy. And then I finally went and checked it out. I was like, oh, this shit's really cool. And yeah, I was like, just a random, like at noon kind of thing, like talking to this like 23-year-old kid, like
Yeah.
super sweet kid, like all these random interviews. But Jason's like, I'm in. And it was I did 3 interviews in this day. And I went, before I interviewed Jason, there was an hour break, and I went and got a bottle of wine because I was like, this is like a celebration. And I just picked his brain because like everything is like connected in
Yeah.
AFNet. I'm just like, what is, like, what, this and that? Like, what do you mean about this? Like, we're talking about Blink-182, like all these things. And he's talking shit about Brand New. And I'm
Oh,
just like,
yeah, I
I'll make
saw
you a
that.
playlist. Oh yeah, no, he didn't hold back. There was multiple points where he just like didn't hold back.
Well, I
And there's just
love
like other,
that.
because I was kind of like, I was like, asked him just like, like, how'd you handle like as like, because same thing with us, or, like even before the show where it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
okay, there's labels and management companies and publicists that will reach out. And it's like, how do you kind of maintain like being like a reliable source for people and not being like a shill for these people that
Exactly.
want to work
Maintain that
with you?
integrity.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we have tons of bands that we're super close friends with. It's like, how do you maintain like integrity while putting on for these bands that you care about
Mm-hmm.
while also not coming across like a fucking a joke,
Oh, yeah.
just like so much shit like that. It was so cool. I literally fucking kept him here until like 5 minutes before it ends. At one point, he does like a watch look, and I was like, all right, we'll wrap it up.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, because before it started, I was like, I asked Swemo like the day before. I was like, all right, I got Jason Tate on here. As far as I'm concerned, this is like a $10,000 consultation. Like like this is something in the business world you would pay like a couple $1,000s for. Sit down with this guy for an hour, pick his brain. I'm like, give me the questions you want me to ask.
Yeah.
I had a sheet, and I only got like through half of them because he just kept yapping, and I was like, I'm gonna. It was like a 6 o'clock interview or 7 o'clock or
Mm-hmm.
something like that. And it was like after like an hour 10, I was just like, I'm gonna keep him here until he gives me a sign that he needs to fucking leave. Like I'm gonna be so annoying.
I
But
love it, though. I love that you got a chance to interview Jason. That was amazing.
and as soon as it ended, I went and I threw up.
Did you really? I thought
I
maybe
went
you
and
just
I
like mean
threw
that
up.
like hype, like just like,
No,
metaphorically,
it
but you
wasn't. It
actually did
wasn't.
it.
It wasn't hyperbole. No, like I legitimately just went and like vomited after like the interview. Like I don't know if it's drinking a bottle of wine on an empty stomach or just like nerves or
That would
everything.
do
Just
it?
like, oh, I lost it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost it. Yeah, it wasn't. It was tough.
Well, it was worth it though to get a chance to do that. That's amazing.
Yeah. What else happened since you've been gone? Obviously, you know
Mm.
about the beautiful protege. We talked
We
about
talked about
protege already. We
Protege,
love
and
protege, by the way.
yeah,
My
like I said, your
face
face looks
fresh.
fantastic after not seeing your
Oh
face
yeah.
for several weeks. Gabe,
This is
it's
the
working
youngest I've
for
ever
him.
looked, right?
Yeah, it is. I would say Gabe's Porter, well done. It's working for Rob. I imagine it works for most men as well, and maybe even women. I mean, a lot of women can
Honestly, yeah,
benefit from
they
a good
say it's
serum.
not just for the bros, it's also for the hoes. That
Is
was what it said on the
Oh,
packaging.
see,
I didn't,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't, but either way.
It could be though. Who knows? It could
It
be
could
true.
be, yeah, honestly, yeah. It's a good boy protection for bad bros is what it says. But yeah, that happened. Well, I told you one of the bands on one of those Wednesdays where I was just like, fuck it, like I have nothing to
The
do.
17-year-old
Rec
band.
League. It was wild. There were 17 and it was so fascinating. They're called Rec League,
Okay.
which props to them. Like, cause yeah, they were doing like it's kind of like they're in that same circle as like Final Boss Fight, No Problemo. They're a Michigan band. They're from Muskegon, Michigan, which is where my old bandmate Garrett, that's where his wife, Carly Gibson, she's an actress. Maybe you've seen her on Broadway in Hairspray or on TBS,
Well,
but
you said Carly.
Car-
I was like Carly Jepsen, like Carly Rae Jepsen.
no, the different
Okay.
girl, different
Okay.
motherfucker with a very similar name. Gotta be
Very
very
similar.
frustrating for my
Yeah.
friend Carly Gibson. Yeah, probably tough sitch. But like like they had full tours, but like, like a full tour, but like a 5-date tour, like, and I at no point am I thinking these are, whatever. And like go on and, and then it's, yeah, like, I'm like, oh, you guys are like kids. It was so wild. I felt like like Theo Vaughn when he interviewed the Rizzler. I'm like, okay, like if I
That
can
was
get through
so
this, like,
yes.
where it's like, yeah, it's like, okay, like this is a test for me as an interviewer because it's like, like it's tougher to talk to high school kids, but the main guy, I believe his name is Cooper.
Yeah.
Very cool guy. The drummer, he's a weird kid. If you're watching this, you're a wild kid. I'm interested to see how you turn out. But
Yes.
good band in general. Good band in
Good
general.
band in general.
But who else? Oh, Shane from Adjust the Sales. You
Yes.
missed Shane. He was cool, and it was so funny. Like I posted the clip today where he basically just like, you got to do 7-second videos, and you got to put a lot of text and shit, so people like,
Yeah.
they can't read. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, bro, I'm like, we should be selling this as a class.
I
Like,
saw that. I
we
saw
can't
the
be giving
clip.
this.
Yeah, I saw the clip that you posted.
Right? Yeah, I was like, we
Yeah.
can't be giving this away, but he's cool, and he's going on tour they're going on tour with Dear Cincinnati,
Sweet. Very
which I'm
nice.
just, which Dear Cincinnati, David, he hit me up like a week ago. Yeah, he hit me up like a week ago and was like, yo, like, when can we redo our interview? And I was like, same thing. I was like, fuck it, like, I'm free Wednesday. Like,
Yeah.
like, we hadn't talked about today yet. And I was like, or no, Monday. I was like, I'm free Monday, like today.
Yeah.
And because I would, and I was like, I can do it like before 2. And he's like, all right, bet this and that. And like, I haven't heard back from him. David, you're crazy. But like, yeah, we were hyping up the boys.
I love it.
Have you been here since I went to the show where I saw those kids with Thoughts on Bowling?
Yes. I was,
I know
yes,
what,
if I
yeah,
remember
okay, yeah.
correctly, yes. I have, yes. Yes.
Yeah, sweet
Yes.
kids, sweet
Sweet
kids. I
kids.
did my Rob's Rex article today, which is available on neverphasenetwork.com. But like, yeah, I put the Cincy kids in there because they're sweet.
Yeah,
David
they
from the
are.
band, he's like he's been texting me and like, I don't want to. I'll say the name to you after.
Okay.
Someone that's been a guest on our show, a very big guest, a very, very big guest who likes Pokemon, is
Oh,
most likely allegedly producing the EP. I don't know much more about it. I don't want to get too deep into it, but like they were texting me blowing up, like hyped up. And I'm just like, these are like, I'm
that's
so fucking hyped for you
exciting.
kids. Right? Like, he's like, yo, is gonna produce, our EP. Like, and he sent me the email where I can just see the thing. And I'm just like, oh yeah, that's our guy.
Wow. I
Like,
mean,
what the fuck? Like, because we interviewed them the same day that we interviewed that
we did. And
individual.
I
And I
remember,
remember telling him, like,
yeah.
we need to move your interview. And he was kind of like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you got Ryan.
Yeah.
Well, God damn,
And we talked to,
you got Todd?
yeah, Todd. Yeah. I remember
You got Jim Atkins? Yeah.
it's funny because we even talked to him about his producing and
Mitch
the
from Saturdays.
difference.
I'm just trying to misdirect at this
Yeah.
point.
Well, speaking of Saturdays at your place, I'm really excited that they have a new, now that I'm getting back into the swing of things, I am excited to see that they have a new tour and they're going to be coming about
Is it near you?
Yeah, Columbus. So I'm going to be,
If you want, okay, so keep going.
no, I'm going to go because I want to go see them.
Okay,
Yes, I want to go see them
okay,
live.
so one, Mitch obviously beforehand was like, let me know what show you're going to, this and that. But like,
Okay.
as NAPNet Never Phase is growing in general, well, obviously one of the things I really want to be able to do is just grow as like a media and press company.
Yeah, I agree.
So this tour is one that I was really hoping to plan on. And this is like, this episode is wild because you're basically just getting like a fucking hangout meeting here.
That's what it is. Yeah.
But yeah,
We didn't
we're
have
just
time
letting
to
it
come
go.
up with a topic, guys.
No, I'm just happy to see you.
Yeah, I was gonna
But
say I'm gonna answer some of those get to know your NatNetters, and you can just clip them and give them to Ryan.
sick. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. No. But
You want to do media?
so we want to do more media in this and that. So with this tour is I was going to reach out to our connection at, our people, the people of the Saturdays,
Yeah.
at the Saturdays camp, and talk about maybe, let's say, the show closest to you, the show
Mm-hmm.
closest to Lisa, the show closest to CZB, the Central California shows for me or possibly Kanan, getting press passes for those kind of
I
thing,
would
and
love
kind of
that.
letting, let those being like that seems like a show where we could it's not like we're emailing Fall Out Boy or any, even the home team or some other bands
One
in
can
any
only
world where it's
dream.
like
Yeah.
we don't know them or this that well, where it's like, okay, we know the bands on this tour, we've interviewed 66% of this lineup, we know the tour manager, we have a website, we have this and that, we have multiple podcasts. Hey, let us go to these 4 shows. We'll do write-ups. We'll do this. We'll do
Yep.
that. So,
I would love that.
so I told CZP the same thing today. I was like, because she's like, do you think it'll sell out? I'm like, she's like, because I have a test that day. I'm like, it's not going to sell out like the first hour.
No,
I was like, I don't think so. I mean, if it does, good for them. I was like, but I'm
that's
going to
amazing.
bug them because I want us to all go. I want us to all get press passes. Like, I want us to, let's be media,
Let's be media. I'm really for that. Yeah. That would be
right?
awesome.
We deserve it.
We deserve it. Yeah. Um, Also, speaking of media and press and announcing things, what happened with the Vans Warped
With
Tour?
Matt.
I saw bits and pieces
Okay.
of it in the chat and I was like, are we
I
beefing
was
with Matt
livid.
Bunting?
You've never seen me like that. I was fucking livid.
I saw
I've
your
never,
messages back. I was like, he's mad.
I've never been so mad in my fucking life. I swear to God. I swear, like the next day I was so like, I was just like, I'm sorry, like I shouldn't like, and fuck, it sucks because like everyone's like very ride or die. Like they'll, like if I feel away, everyone's like, all right, we got your back. But like, so I'm interviewing, I want to say I'm interviewing Pretty Bitter maybe. I'm
Yeah.
in the middle, I'm interviewing Pretty Bitter here. And obviously, Benji, you're being crazy. Go to the room. Appreciate you, brother. Go to the room. Thank you, brother. Good job. God bless. Shut the door. Shut the door. You got pizza? You good? Okay.
Beautiful.
So I'm interviewing and literally when NapNet first starts as a group in general, like before before it's anything, I remember, and it's so funny, this started, like, I remember I got added to this chat the day before, like, the Ruby saga went down, like the
Yeah,
really
the
fucky shit.
Ruby
It was literally
saga.
the night before. Like I remember like being out of the chat. I was at a like a seafood restaurant, and then like it was like 4 a.m. I
Yeah.
responded back to you guys, and like because I just like, yeah, we got like, I got like McDonald's delivered, and then my life went like fucking haywire. But that
Yes.
next night I go to a show, and a friend of mine, I'm not going to say his name, but manages bands, and he tells me basically some info on this and that, and I come back to our group chat. I'm like, oh my god, like, like so and so is coming back, and like next year's Warp Tour, like it obviously didn't come to be, but I think there was rumors of a fourth US date maybe.
Yeah, I thought
But
so
there was
too.
I was definitely like, I was like, okay, there's going to be Montreal and Mexico City are going to be on the tour. And at this point in NapNet still, it's very early incarnation of not quite NapNet, but just, me, you, Suimo,
Mm-hmm.
Jezzy,
Yeah.
a group of us. And Matt Bunting, my friend Matt, is in the group as well. And Matt knows this. And
It's not a
like Matt,
surprise.
after the Tony shit goes down, Matt leaves the group for whatever reason, and people in the group can feel however they want to feel. And me and Matt, like, we're cool now. We talked it out, but like it's iffy. But either way, Matt has this information, and Warp Tour, after the Orlando Warp Tour, they announced, like, I think it was like November 24th, like Warp Tour is gonna make an announcement, and I go in the group chat, and I'm like, this is about a week and a half before. I'm basically like, because I dropped the ball on MyChem. It was the same thing when
Yeah.
MyChem announced, when they announced their first fucking run of the Black Parade tour. I had all the information and I pussied out, and I put it like in the back, like I put it like 4 seconds deep into an 8 second video. Like I didn't just come out and be like, yo, MyChem's about to announce its fucking stadium tour,
Yeah.
which I should have, but I was a pussy. They announce, my source tells me about 3 days before they announced this second run in 2026, where they're playing like, the Hollywood Bowl and all these arenas. I have that information. I tell people in our group, I don't think I stress the urgency of it, and I don't personally push it hard enough. It's on me.
It's
We don't
fine.
get the announcement out there in time. So, and I'm eating myself up over it because it's like, not like if Never Phase Network, if we posted a video that was like, hey, next week My Chem is going to announce a tour. It's not like that video is going to get a fucking 500,000 plays, and we're
Yeah.
going to like all of a sudden. That's not the point. But like my thinking is like, these things give us a lot of legitimacy and credibility as a source, kind
Mm-hmm.
of thing. So like after the fact, you can look back and be like, oh, these guys had this right and that right
Yes.
and this right. It shows like, okay, this is someone worth paying attention to, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So we missed those, and I'm like, okay, with this Warp Tour thing, okay, Kanan, you're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna speculate, we're gonna post an official video, and all of us are gonna do something else. Like we have a whole plan out, because in my head it's like, NapNet is newer. We've done a lot of like personality based stuff, but this is something to kind of show that we're a source that you can go to for like media
Mm-hmm.
or news and stuff like that. Like we're official, kind of thing. And I'm in the middle of filming this interview, and I get a text from CZB, and she's just like, fucking Matt Bunting. And I was just like, And I go, because I have like our Instagram chats all muted, I love you guys, but like that's a lot of messages.
It's
I
a lot
can't
of
do it all at
messages. I
once.
agree.
So yeah, I just see them coming in and I'm seeing red. And I finish up the interview and I just start pacing around. And I didn't even watch the full Matt interview right away. Like, to be fair, he did get both. So Mexico City, at the point of Matt's video, there was a clip of Kevin Lyman announcing it. I didn't see that when I made my video. I'll be straight up. I was just so heated. I didn't know that. But Montreal was not out there at all. There was no Montreal talk or anything like
Yes.
that. So that was
Okay.
from us. But I get so heated, and I'm like, fuck it. We need to announce this right now. I was like, Kanan, do a video. I'm like in the chat. I'm like, do the video. And she's like, I'm on a plane. I'm like, okay, fuck you guys. I was like, I'm going Kobe Bryant. I'm making the video myself. And I just went fucking like
Oh yeah, you called him
scorched
out without
earth.
calling him out. He made the.
Yeah, yeah. I'm laying in. Which, by the way, I'm very sorry for that part. I'm not sorry for the part at the end where I make the Ronnie Radke joke. I think that's
No, I
still
think that's
funny.
valid. Yeah, oh, you're good with that.
I think that sticks, and I feel like Matt can like appreciate like that.
I
That's funny.
mean, yeah.
But yeah, I go scorched earth because I'm pissed because I'm like, this is our thing. Matt heard it. I know he knew it from me. I wasn't thinking, but like in hindsight, it's like, okay, one, you should have came to me first because he messaged me right away and was like, this isn't about me, right? Like this can't be about me. And I didn't respond. And then he posted like a story about like an Instagram story where
He
he's like, I
did.
know that video's not about me. Yeah. And I was so pissed. I didn't respond at all. And then the next day because this is a Monday night out on the Tuesday mornings I'm at Nova's house. I'm hanging out with Nova at her grandma's. And, he messages me again. He's basically like, just like, before I post a response video, do you acknowledge that like Kevin Lyman said this and that? And this was already online. And I was like, Matt, you know damn well you got that information from me.
Yep.
This was very important to us. Like, I even part of me believes that you didn't purposely, like, maybe you didn't even remember this or that. Then maybe you saw something slightly online and maybe you didn't think of it. It's just like forgetfulness, this or
Yeah,
that. Like, I
sure.
don't
We'll
believe
go
it
with
was
that.
malicious. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think it's like, I got to outscoop you. I just think maybe you were thinking of, like, I got to,
Oh
selfish in a
yeah,
sense that we're
yeah.
all very selfish in our ways. Whatever. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it
I was like,
happens.
but regardless, you got that from me, brother. I was like, you got that from me. And he's like, well, I don't appreciate you saying this or that. He's like, this has already been out there, this and that, and I'm like, listen, okay. Kevin Lyman did say that, but the Montreal thing you didn't see online, I was like, at the very least, I was like, I don't think you're because he's like, I've been supportive of you guys in this now. I was like, I don't think you're purposely trying to fuck anyone. I know people in our group maybe will see him as like being a little more snaky than I do. I think he's a nice guy. I think maybe he's got walnut brain at times, but, like a brain, like a walnut,
Yep.
from
Oh
a tree.
yes.
He like I'm like that's I think he means well. I don't think
Yeah.
he means negative, this or that. And like I told him I was like that was harsh. I shouldn't have done the reporter thing at you. That was maybe a bit much. I don't know because it's like
Is he a
I was
reporter?
basically like none of us have. Am I a reporter? You know what I mean? This or that, like, are any of us fucking reporters? So I
I
was
do
like,
not have a
who
journalism
am I to
degree.
I do not have a journalism degree. Let me just say, if you're watching this, a lot of podcasters, they don't have journalism degrees, so
To
they're
be
not
fair, at most I have
qualified.
some courses for my English major, and I maybe worked for
I was gonna say,
I'm an
you
English
have a
major.
master's degree.
Yeah, well, it's
Does your master's degree, can we divide that up collectively? Because I have probably about 50 to 40 something college credits. Can we combine that into 2 bachelor degrees?
most likely. I have a lot of extra credits too,
Okay.
because I also
Okay, so
have like an
we're
almost
good.
master's degree in teaching, some credits in a
Shit.
master's in English. I was all over the place.
They probably wouldn't let me near that many kids. Yeah, I was gonna say. So collectively, we got a couple of bachelors here.
Yes,
Okay,
we do.
but anyway, so me and Matt, I'm like, I went a little hard on you. I'm sorry about that. Obviously, this meant a lot to me, kind of thing. I was like, I shouldn't have went so hard. I wish and he basically, I was like, I told him like, you can post whatever you want in response. Because in my head, I'm kind of thinking like, let's go pro wrestling with this.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
let's talk some shit. Like, let's build into this. Like, first off, like our video is doing peanuts compared to a Matt video kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, if you want to go wrestling with it, he's like, I don't want to do that, this, that. So we're cool. We're fine. We're fine. Uh, Still a little bummed because like I I did give him that information. I did have
I
that
know.
in April
You did.
25th or 29th or
I know where
something
you
like
got
that.
it
I
from
came to you guys.
too. I know where you got it from
Yeah.
too.
Of course. Yeah, we've done some information from that source. And I remember specifically my guy Matt telling me, because we were talking about one of the bands that we mentioned that day that's going to be coming back and playing the 2026 Warped Tour most likely. And it was kind of like posting, like leaking that information. It's not worth losing a buddy over kind of thing,
No,
you know?
yeah,
So
100%. Yeah.
it was hurtful.
That is hurtful. But I guess
But we're good either way.
yeah, you worked it out and now you know better as far as when you have some information, who to tell and how close to keep it to your chest until the time is right.
What I wish I did was I wish I had the foresight to give out false information to
I
different people
You should.
and see what leaked kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I
like,
was
oh
like, fuck, I
yeah, it's
should have
gonna
like
go over to
slipped in like.
London or something.
Well, I was like, I should have slipped in like a Tokyo or like a
Mhm.
Grand Rapids date or something like that.
I know a lot of people were thinking maybe Chicago would get one, Midwest. That would have been a fun one to leak or something along those lines.
That's why, because I was thinking like, because there was rumors. I think that for a minute I'm under the impression like they were contemplating a fourth one in
Mhm.
the U.S., but they couldn't finalize the location. Because when I spoke to my sources, it was very much like, well, Montreal, Mexico City were like very specific. Which even like as of a couple weeks ago, I was like, even after like I did the video and things, I was like, imagine it's not Montreal. Imagine after all that shit, it's fucking like Toronto or
Oh
fucking
yeah.
like New Jersey or some shit. Like,
Exactly. Yeah, you're like, "Wait, why
but
New
like those,
Jersey?"
right? Those were very like locked in. And then like it was kind of like there might be a four, and I was thinking like, oh, Denver maybe, Seattle, Texas. I didn't, for some reason I didn't think Chicago, but I guess that like that general region is it makes sense.
Yeah, well, because I was thinking, like, there's nothing in the middle of the country. Vegas or well, no, because you have LA or yeah, you have LA, you have or Long Beach, you have Washington,
DC,
DC,
Orlando, yeah.
Orlando. There's nothing in the Midwest, and for those
That's why
I'm gonna be
that's
honest,
why I thought
as
Denver.
yeah, I mean, it's no offense, but as a
Denver
Midwesterner,
or like I thought Denver or Houston or Dallas or
yes,
Seattle area, because it was like, okay, they're like different
Seattle wouldn't
areas.
work for me
And I'm
either.
thinking Seattle too is like, that's a tough one too, because like the Seattle people they can just come here. That's
Yes,
a tough corner of the country. Denver seems to me is like the logical.
yeah, I could see
Denver
that.
is the like the logistical Pacific Northwest,
Oh
in the
yeah,
sense of like, you want to go to that like the West without going to California, you can go to like Colorado,
oh yeah, yeah, I agree with that.
but none of those. I don't know. What do you think is a possible 2026 Warp Tour lineup? Like, what are we looking at? Like the same kind of thing this year, where it's like a lot of legacy acts.
I think we'll see a few of the legacy acts reappear. You know, Hawthorne Heights, you can't keep them away from a Warp Tour. I don't think you can keep
Oh,
Bowling for
he's
Soup.
ready. He's ready to sermon and to slurman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can't keep a
and
Bowling for
yeah,
Soup away. I am hoping
I'd like less of those.
yeah, I would like to see them dive into more of the newer acts. And you know, we've been interviewing a lot of fifth wave emo bands that I don't think, other than Saturdays, have really gotten a chance to get on those types of stages. It would be
Mm-mm.
nice to see some of the bands we've interviewed who are doing so well, like Riley, like Emway, to
Mm-hmm.
see them progress beyond just doing Excellency Fest and things like that and actually get on a
Right?
Warped Tour because they are doing the music that it's all about.
It's so similar. Oh my God.
Yeah.
There's a I have to send it. I have to send it to you. I have to send it to you as soon as this is done. Red Sun. Holy shit, Red Sun.
Okay, Red Sun.
They're on Wax Bodega. I knew Red Sun before I knew most of these bands. Basically before I knew every band we've ever interviewed on here. I just randomly knew them from like, because they did a split with Bonus last year.
Okay.
And they like hit us up on like our TikTok like a few days ago, and we're basically like, hey, don't share this with anyone, for fans of Ben Quad, Hot Mulligan, Cartel. And it's their new album due in January. And it is legitimately like, it is every pop, like this is what fucking that should be the main stage of the Warp Tour. Like it's like perfect like Warp Tour pop punk meets like DIY emo. Like there's a song
Mhm.
called Rough Riders. Like you got to listen to it after this is done. It's legitimately, and this is fucked up. We're like dick teasing everyone listening because this isn't going to be released till January, but it's
Yeah.
like, this is the song of 2026. It's fucking stupid good. But like, I remember talking to a buddy about this recently, where it's like, okay, when we were young is $500 fucking dollars.
Yeah.
Warp Tour is $150 for 2 days. So you're paying like 70 some bucks a day. Let's round up to 100. You're paying 20% less for the Warp Tour than you are for When We Were Young. Why not put, instead of this lineup shit where it's like Warp Tour's whole thing was like, oh, the lineup's random. It's random. It's a draw. It's not a draw in any way anymore. We obviously see that the lineup comes out. It's like, oh, the end of the night is MGK, all time low, day to remember, blah, blah, blah. There's no surprise. Like, there's no Honey Revenge at fucking 7 p.m. or
No,
something.
you're not going to see that. Yeah.
You know, it's not in any fucking bullshit way random. So one, Warp Tour, with how neurotic our generation is in general, I would suggest maybe releasing the times
Ahead
the
of
day
time.
before. Release them the day before, because you're going to get better like social media presence. Because yeah, you're going to get the people that are at the venue taking a picture of the inflatable, but it's not as much as if you release a good graphic the day before. Everyone can share it. The people that aren't going to Warp Tour all of a sudden FOMO'd up, like, I wish I was at Warp Tour, blah,
Yeah, and
blah,
then
blah,
they
blah,
might
blah.
actually go and pick up a last minute
The
if there's
next year,
tickets available. Yeah.
if there's a ticket, maybe they'll go. Cause same thing. If there's still tickets available, maybe they'll go. Or other case scenario, like they're like, oh, I got to go next year. That looks fun. Whereas opposed to like, you know, because most festivals happen. Like When We Were Young or even Coachella, I'll see 50 people share the lineups.
Oh,
With Warped
Lollapalooza.
Tour,
Yeah, the whole thing. Yeah.
I'll see 2 or 3 of them. And even the Warped Tour one, it has a cooler gimmick, this and that, but just like
Oh,
you're at the festival, you're not really in a place to be doing these
no,
fucking, you know, social media posts.
yeah, and the Wi-Fi is going to suck
No, the
anyways.
Wi-Fi alone,
Yeah,
like
you're not going to be able to
legitimately,
do
even if
it.
you could make the post, it won't let
Yeah,
you.
it's not going to
Yeah.
let you do it. So, I mean, and maybe that's the point of why Kevin Lyman's still doing it. He wants us to live in the moment, and maybe, but in this day and age, you still have to be about social media.
Kevin Lemon might want us to live in the moment. Does Insomniac Events want us to live in the moment, though?
That's a good question. I mean, if they want to see it grow, I feel like there might need to be some changes made, possibly to attract people. But then they just become another festival, right? I mean, if they do
And
the
that's the
things that
thing
the
too.
other festivals do,
Yeah.
what's the gimmick
So
behind it?
that's my thinking too. Is like that's what I say. Is like Warp Tours. Let's say it's 20% the cost or whatever. Put a Saturdays in that spot. Even tonight, I was talking about with like Jezzy and them, where it's like, where to me, festivals, like major festivals like that, are kind of like the last institution musically, in the sense of
Yes.
like, there's no more radio or label pull. But like, if you were to look at a festival lineup, it kind of like that kind of creates a hierarchy in your head of
Yes.
who is a major player
I
and who's
mean,
this and that, you know.
at the very least, put Hot Mulligan in one of those spots because they
Right?
are
Yeah,
in
like just
far of
put them.
RC.
Yeah,
They're massive.
they're
Like,
very close, right? Like
yeah, put them in
put them
there.
on there and like, why are we doing? There's no benefit to having Boys Like Fucking Girls or Mayday Parade or Hawthorne Heights, and that's no disrespect to these bands in any way. You know, you guys will know yourself. It's the same thing as like if in the 2000s we had fucking like Poison and Rat headlining these festivals. It's like
Yeah.
it's so far removed. Like, we're not going to gain the next generation. Warp Tour's thing is the next generation. When we were young, it's right in the name. You're nostalgia. But like Warp Tour, put Saturday instead of Saturday, like they played this year. Put them on every fucking date. Have them play at 5:10 p.m. on the main stage instead. The people, they've already bought their tickets.
They're going to have to
They're
go.
already going to be there, and it's going to benefit your festival more in 5 years from now, because 50,000 people at each date, or 20,000, however many people are going to leave, like, I love Saturday's Your Place. They're going to tell their
Exactly.
friends, and like, it's the same thing. Every band from our heyday, basically where it happened, where it's like, you kind of had to start at a side and then like you move up, and it's like, oh, that's a big deal band.
Exactly, yeah. And a lot of those bands, like the legacy acts they're throwing on there, they're doing stuff now, but in three,
And
four,
they're doing great
5 years,
tours. Like, they're doing great shows. Yeah.
they're gonna
But
take a break at some point. Avril Lavigne's not gonna be touring forever. She's gonna take a break. MGK
yeah.
is gonna take
And
a break. I mean,
at some point, the knob, it loses,
yeah,
like, it's, you know, like this last year or two. Okay. Like, I understand if this first year of the Warped Tour being back and the next one, they want to kind of ease into it. But it's like, yeah, we can't have All Time Low and fucking Bowling for Soup and Avril and MGK do it every year.
it is starting to
That
feel the
appeal's gonna
same.
wear off very quick.
Well,
Like, if it's that way, if it's them next year, I'm already over it.
and
Yeah.
that's how When We Were Young has become too, and that's why like everyone's like, why haven't we seen When We Were Young post a date yet? Where I mean, as far as I know I've been like in and out of my social media, but I have not seen. Usually, my
No,
reliable
there's
source,
no.
my friend Charlene, will always message me about crazy
Charlene would have
announcements,
told you. No,
and they have yet to
there's no
announce
When We Were Young.
2026. And but again, it's because I thought the same thing when they after the Fall Out Boy My Chemical Romance to my jump the shark moment. all they could come up with, the best thing to do is bring back Panic! The Disco, who is still not going on tour. I lost my internet.
Benji, go to the room. Go to the room, buddy. Go to the room.
My internet.
Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Rob?
No? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Sorry, I lost my internet's like just dropped. Okay. Sorry.
Okay, you're good. You're good. Yeah, what were
Anyways,
you
but
saying?
talking about Panic! Like, so the best they could come up with for When We Were Young this year was to bring back Panic! The Disco for their 20 years for A Fever You Can't Sweat Out, which we still aren't getting a tour for that beyond the fact that they did When We
No,
Were
you got to
Young.
want it. Like
Yeah.
even now, like he didn't get. I thought he'd milk something out of it. No, he did
Oh
like a
yeah, all we got
vinyl
was some like
pre-sale.
some deluxe vinyls, and then all the other bands that appeared, I had already seen either at When We Were Young the previous year, or I seen them at another festival, or on
Yes.
their own tours. And then like Boys Like Girls announcing they're doing their tour for their 20 years of their album that had come out. What is the album with Great Escape, and I can't remember the name of it. But you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
that's 2006, right? Oh six.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So they're
Yeah.
coming out with that with that tour next
And you
year.
saw, if I'm not mistaken, you saw Arm's Length at this year's When We Were Young, right?
And that was the
What did
newest
they
band.
play? What did they play? When did they
Oh
play?
God, it was first thing. It was like 12 of one, like
And
almost
When We
like
Were
12 or
Young,
1 o'clock.
Arm's Length were on my emo all-stars list. They were arguably, like, objectively speaking, one of the three or four, like right behind. Okay, there's Hot Mulligan and whoever, Ben Quad maybe behind those two. Like Arm's Length is the
Ben Quad,
biggest.
another one
Like,
that could be on there. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, but we're gonna have to reschedule the Ben Quad interview. I don't know if you saw. Yeah.
Oh, I did not see that. No.
No, no, no. Yeah, they had some issues come up, so we're gonna reschedule that one
Perfect.
for
So I
this
didn't
month
miss it.
still. So
Beautiful.
Ben Quad, you didn't know, you didn't miss it. No,
Good. I was
I was
sad
ready
about it.
for it,
But again, Ben
no, yeah,
Quad,
no.
another band that should be a Warped Tour. Not that we
Same
don't.
thing.
Yeah.
Ben Quad's a great band. Same thing where it's like kind of like Swimo. Swimo said today he's like kind of like I'm not really huge into a lot of this modern Midwest emo, blah blah blah, fifth wave, this and that. Like I'm more of a pop punk guy, but like he loves the Ben Quad record. The Ben Quad record is one like we got sent it like about a month
Yeah.
before it came out. And my thought listening to it is same thing where it's like this isn't my favorite record of the year, but this sounds like something where it's like this will, if Falling in Reverse can be doing fucking arenas, so can this. Like
Yes.
this sounds, there's, it
That
has a lot
element
of
to
big,
it.
yeah, rock, like kind of like
Yeah.
middle America, like kind of like Bill Murray-esque moments at times.
Yeah. I'd be
It just,
interested
it's,
with Warped Tour. In the past, they have branched out and tried to add different genres, and like at most we could say MGK is the closest thing, but he's still emo, even though at one point he was
yeah.
whatever, emo
Yeah, they had in
rap
there
at
as like
some
a young
point.
rapper guy in there
Yeah,
or
but I mean
something or
we've
whatever,
seen like
but
people
yeah.
like Eminem and stuff be on there. So it would be interesting, or maybe more dad rock. We know some like bands like Lift the Curse, shout out Lift the Curse, who could maybe throw themselves in
Damn, let the
overtime.
Curse throw themselves on the Warped Tour?
I
Yeah,
mean,
I don't know.
it would benefit them to branch out a little bit. But I mean, it's hard because now we have so many festivals that
That's the thing
are
is they don't want to go
thematic.
like, they go like Lift the Curse away. That I think right away I'm thinking of like
Bring Me the Horizon. Oh,
Sonic Temple, Doom,
Louder
whatever.
Than
Like I'm
Life.
thinking of like
Yeah.
parking lot, louder than life, like
Rockville.
rock.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking of those, and it's like there's
Basically,
enough for
Danny
that. It's
Wimmer
like
Productions. Basically, Danny Wimmer. That's what
yeah,
you're saying. Yeah.
and Warp Tour wants to feel like young and hip kind of. So I feel like they're leaning that. They're trying to do that with like the Scene Queens or
Yes.
even a Honey Revenge or Winona or this or that. Like but they're not really sure where to go as well because the guy in charge of it right now is like 3 generations removed from being hip. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. No
Kevin Lyman
offense.
kind of
Yeah.
talks about it like in, like I remember the Warped Tour show on Fuse, like in the late 2000s. He's kind of like, those aren't his peers anymore. The
Yeah.
90s bands, the Pennywise, No Effects, like those are buddies. He
But
understands
now
like
they're
that's his
like
world.
kids.
It's
Like,
we're almost 30 years removed from that, where it's like, yeah, these are like, he's like a grandpa to these bands. I don't know if he's going to connect to them in the same way. Can he tell what's cool? Who's in his ear about what's
I am
cool
curious
kind of
what
thing?
that looks like. Yeah.
Right? Like I know, like obviously there's talent buyers. I know a couple of them. I think one of them maybe If you're watching this, I know you follow us. Like, there's a couple talent buyers on that. If you're watching this, like, by the way, I'll give you a whole list of bands to just fucking book. But, like, yeah, who is deciding this? It's not Kevin. I don't think it's Kevin, who's, I
I don't
imagine, at this
know.
point, like 58, 60 years old. He's not deciding who the band of
No,
tomorrow is, right?
there's probably a whole group. I'm sure there's a lot of scouts. There's a whole committee of some type that's making the decisions. I mean, that is helping Kevin make the decision at the end of the day. He's a busy guy. There's a lot of stuff that he's got to do outside of just figuring out what bands to play. So I imagine there's other people involved with that. I mean, you still have to, at the end of the day, to draw a crowd, you still have to have some legacy acts. You still have to have some big names to draw a
Some couple,
crowd.
yeah.
But you got to make sure, and I think they did a pretty good job this past year with getting a lot of newer acts. But I do feel like, the type of music we have been promoting on our podcast was a little bit overlooked. There wasn't a
Yeah.
lot of it being showcased, but I think
And
hopefully maybe next year that's different.
part of me thinks like, hey, maybe like a lot of these bands, like the idea of playing Warped Tour isn't cool or something like that. But
I
we also
mean,
heard from like Mitch, and Mitch is like, like a lot of these guys, whether they want to admit it or not, they did grow up on Warped Tour, and they
uh-huh.
realize how big of a platform it is. So like, whether or not it's like your first priority, you still realize it's something that's important to do.
Yeah, because remember, like, especially now with Warped Tour, what's so great about it versus back in the day is they're streaming it on Amazon. They're streaming it on
Yeah,
YouTube. So anyone, like, even if you can't attend, you can still watch, and they're going to
you can
show
still
those
see it,
bands. Yeah, they're still going to show your
and
band. That's huge.
that's yeah, 50, yeah, that Warped Tour branding alone, where it's like, oh, I'm watching this live stream from this or that, like that's a lot more valuable than just any social media post, like
Yeah.
if you're lucky enough to get on that, or even if we're the 250 slot on a Saturday on the live stream, like I mean, I haven't looked at the exact numbers on that, but I guess it's anywhere from like tens of
I'm
thousands
sure.
to maybe hundreds of thousands.
Yeah. And I keep thinking back to, it was 2023, 2024. Yeah, 2024. I watched Pierce the Veil for Lollapalooza, their live stream on Hulu
Played at Lollapalooza.
on 2024, and this is like right when they're about to, like, they just toured with they just got done touring with Blink. I just seen it with Blink,
Blake.
and then they were at Lollapalooza. So was Blink. Blink was also at Lollapalooza, but they played
Yeah.
earlier in the day, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But I watched the live stream, and just seeing the fact that they got to be in front of that crowd, and then to see
Yeah.
them go and sell out their arena tour the following year and their next one, their amphitheaters over the summer,
Yes.
like,
It
it
they
showed
do like
us. Yeah.
they legitimize you in a way, and it's like those
Mm-hmm.
things kind of grow, and it shows like industry, like it paints you in a certain
Yeah.
way, where it's like there's no more radio or MTV things. Like the last thing to me is like these festival lineups. You get respect on those,
And then
and
you
then
get
like
some
it's
viral
a
stuff.
domino effect.
Like, Pierce the
Yeah,
Veil's lucky as fuck for getting King for a Day and So Far So Fake going viral.
yeah,
Like,
back to back.
that's no band gets
It's
that
insane.
lucky with their, like, stuff going viral. Like, and So Far So Fake is not even a single on their
No, it's just like
recent album.
a random
Yeah.
song. What the
It's
fuck
on
is
the
going
latter
on?
half of Jaws of Life. It's like almost
No,
forgotten about. It's one of my
I
favorite
forgot.
songs.
Yeah,
But
I
was like,
forgot. I couldn't even find it until
yeah,
like I was like, oh, and I've
it's
listened
just
to that album 20
crazy.
times.
It's to me, it's crazy. And then I went to see them in October, which is, because it was for my anniversary, and now it doesn't matter. But it's okay. I
Get
spent
your
most.
when are we gonna
I spent
when
most of
can
the
we
time
do the
looking at Vic Fuentes. I'm okay.
when can we do the I got divorced on the Emo Kids Anonymous podcast. These are shirts. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Not
As soon
yet.
as you
Not
give me the
yet. Not
okay,
yet.
I'm hitting publish on it the second you give me the okay.
Not yet.
Yeah,
Not anytime soon.
no.
Not anytime soon.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we're sending you to Myrtle Beach of the Prophets.
I don't want to go back there.
It's ready. They're like, I want, yeah, well, okay, San Pedro, huh?
That's where I found that's where it all happened in the first place, is Myrtle Beach.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
thank
no,
you for
I was like
someone
Myrtle
else.
Beach, maybe not the spot, maybe,
New Zealand.
the Virgin Islands, yeah, New Zealand,
That's where I
yeah,
wanna
you
go.
get
That's where I wanna go. Yeah.
the Hobbit thing out
Or,
of the way.
Seattle, Patrick Stump, if you're watching. I know.
Oh yeah, Patrick
I know
Stump.
you don't have a ring on
I'm-
your finger, and I think this is
Hey.
kismet. So I don't
I
wanna tell
honestly do
you,
think
but
as well.
I have a
I
l
think so too. My aunt actually yesterday, I got text from my brother during the day yesterday and was like, Rhonda's gonna call you at some point. Just you need to say yes. And I was like, what is this
Is this about
about?
Patrick
And
Stump?
my aunt called me. It's close. It connects. And she's like, hey, we're not since like we can't do Christmas all together this year, blah, blah, blah. We're all gonna meet up in Seattle in January. Would you be open to it? And I was like, I'll go to Seattle. Fuck it. Kind of like, yeah, sure, we can figure that out, maybe this or that. So like I will, yeah. Char, whoever else is listening, we're gonna do some reconnaissance and we're gonna get some information.
Andy?
I will
Yeah.
find Patrick Stump. I will shoot shots. I'll shoot shots. Yes, I need to see Andy. Which Andy, by the way, Andy is currently that's a pretty good drawing, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Andy is currently not with us.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, she's not on the internet,
Yes.
which is good.
Were you gonna
Internet's a
just
dangerous place for her.
It's a dangerous place, yeah, in general. I agree.
Dangerous place for everyone. By the way, if anyone watching this, join our Discord. By the way, links in the description. But if you do join our Discord, just be kind of fucking chill about things because, like, I really don't have a lot of time or energy going forward to be dealing with that kind of stuff. I had to hop on a 20-minute call today about a Discord situation. And I was just like, you guys got to set up like some standard operating procedures here because I don't have time to do this. And, like, frankly, I'm not mature enough or empathetic enough to deal with this
So
situation.
I
So,
don't get on the
like, yeah,
Yeah.
right. I was like, figure something out.
Discord's rough.
Figure something
Yeah.
out. Some stuff that covers us, you know, like as HR here is bullshit HR. Like, give me some papers and some things, documents that just send, and then like, we're not dealing with this ever again.
That's valid. Yeah, I mean, I've taken my bit of a social media break, and it was good for my health, for
Is it?
sure.
Yeah, a lot of people say it's good for them.
It's actually not bad. I think everyone needs to go out and touch grass and a little bit
See, I think I'm
often.
just built different, and like I'm
You
built
are
to like
meant for
extrovert
this.
all day,
Like, Rob,
and
you're
like
meant for
yeah,
this
like
life, man.
going outside and like I can go outside just to also do this at the same time. Like even just same thing where people are like everyone's sharing issues. I've said it like multiple times over the past couple weeks where I'm just like, why are we insecure? Like why is that a feeling we're feeling? You should just do this. Just do it. Just do that. Like why
Oh,
not
yeah.
just this is all and just like I'm like, this is a thing people worry. Why are you worried about that? Just fucking do it, and just like, like
Rob is wired
it's nice in
differently.
between.
Yeah, Rob is wired
It's
differently. You are.
I like, just it's
It's
the
the
internet,
internet.
It's
Yeah.
like it's the internet, I can find joy from it and find zero negativity. I just the negative if there's anyone negative on the internet, you're not real.
Most of them aren't, no. Well,
Like you're literally not
we
real.
figured that out with, X, right? When
Like we
the
literally found out,
AI
yeah, it's
all
a
of
bunch of
them
fucking Sri Lankans and
Yeah,
Indians.
it's all lies.
Oh
All
shit.
the MAGA, like, Twitter accounts are all from, like, India.
They're all just fucking Indians. They're just my fucking neighbors.
And
I just
people
saw
are
these guys.
retweeting their
They're
shit,
running
and they're
out.
not even, like, that kills me.
No, it's like the statue faced MAGA accounts, and it's like this with the right wing shit. It's like you go look at it, and it's like, oh, they're in India. Like it's literally, it's my fucking neighbor Jasper here who ran out with the fire alarm. He's in there fucking running game on his three fucking monetized Twitter accounts, just like fucking like women being able to fucking vote is the downfall of America. Like there was gender roles once upon a time. Blah 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 blah. Hit send. Make my
Bless it.
$17. God bless. God
I know.
bless.
I know. What did I
So
say? Go ahead.
going back to Warped Tour real quick.
Yes, go back to
Give
Warped
me
Tour.
then. Give me like like you're the talent buyer in charge of this. You get to pick maybe 10 acts or so. Like who would you book for next year's Warped Tour realistically?
Who would I book? I would still put Saturdays on there. Hot Mulligan has to be on there too. I would love to see Kerosene Heights make an effort.
God, yeah.
I would love to see them be on there.
Best band in the fucking world.
I know. Let's see. I would Riley because I hear their live performances are just insane, and I feel like they would really kill it on a Warped
I
Tour.
think they can just win people over too. Like
Yeah.
they're just like
You
they're
need that.
charming. When I
Yeah.
saw them, Connor was playing drums for them. It was so weird, but like Ryan is just like He's a sweetheart. Like
He
they're just
is.
like it's kind of it's just kind of magnetizing. Where it's just like, oh, like there's a charm to these guys. They're cool. They're this or that. You know,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
they should be, yeah, they should be the biggest fucking band to me.
I think so too. Winona Fighter for sure has to be on there. I
Oh
love
yeah,
Coco. Um, if we're gonna throw
badass
some
motherfucker.
legacy acts, you're always gonna have to have Hawthorne Heights. I feel like they're going
Hmm.
to always be on on the show. Um, I'm trying to think of okay. So let's bring some more ska. I mean, we had Aquabats, which is always a classic,
We had Aquabats.
but
We had a couple.
we did, but like let's do newer bands like the Millington. Yes, because it's like a
Millington.
pop punk ska.
Yeah, yep,
Catbite,
yep.
I love Catbite. They would also be
Cowbite's been doing numbers
yeah,
too.
they've been doing
They've been
numbers in
putting
the
in work.
ska
Yeah,
world. So those are some
they've got,
people
yeah, they I'm sure have gotten someone's attention by now.
I
Yeah.
think so too. So let's throw some ska in there. Who else would I suit? Oh, what's the let's see, who else would I put in there? I got two more slots. I guess I could throw another legacy act, but who would I put in there that I would want to see? Um, is Title Fight still doing stuff?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they are. Yeah.
Is that like a I don't know, or is it a like I know, but I'm not gonna say anything kind of thing?
It might be a 50-50, but no, Title Fight has been active for a while. Whether or not they're gonna get back,
Remains to be seen. Well, I definitely put Motion City soundtrack in there because if I'm gonna do legacy, I can never go wrong with Justin.
Motion City's a safe bet. Yeah.
Yeah, they're a pretty safe bet. They're gonna be on there. I asked 10. I mean, if I don't have Title Fight in there, who else would I put in there in place of them? Hmm. Can we bring someone back like Matchbook Romance or something? I
You
don't
can do
know.
whatever you want.
Yeah,
Yeah,
can
this
we
is
bring
your
someone
lineup.
back
You're
like
booking
Matchbook
here. Yeah,
Romance?
you're
Like,
right. You're writing
can
a
we do
check.
that?
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real. I'm
You can do
never
whatever you
gonna
want.
put someone like MCR Fall Out Boy on there.
That's the thing. Yeah, we gotta be. Yeah,
I'm not
like
gonna put
that's the
any
thing. Is
like
it's $75
Paramore's
a day
never gonna go in
ticket. They're
there.
not. They're not paying for
Is is
literally those
is
bands.
Eminem
MCR, Blink,
feeling
Fall Out Boy.
Eminem has to pay for grandchildren now? He hasn't been doing much. Maybe he'll do
I feel
like
like
wild.
Eminem has like next level money coming in. Eminem
I
has money
know.
beyond our world,
Yeah,
probably,
it's
right?
like he
Yeah,
has a
like
residual income that's just like he has
yeah,
passive
yeah,
income just rolling in constantly. He doesn't need it.
yeah. Eminem, and plus Eminem seems like the kind of guy like that's like I feel like he legitimately like is
Ooh,
still blue
let's
collar
do
at its
one of our.
core.
Let's do what's his name? Petty
Yeah,
Hendrix.
yeah,
Let's get
yeah,
someone like
yeah. I
that.
was gonna
Fuck
say
yeah.
Petty, right?
Like get Petty Hendrix in there. And
Petty.
then Petty
Yep,
comes in and then we get a guest cameo from Good Charlotte. Let's say
from
like
like Joel
yeah,
or
from
Benji
Joel
come
and
out.
Benji.
Yeah,
Yeah, like let's do it. Like Petty, get on Warp Tour. Kevin Lyman.
sick.
Petty is and
Literally
at the very
today.
least a good hype man and you can at least have him introduce
Right?
the
No, and
bands
that's it.
at
Like
any
Petty
case.
is worth that slot. Petty is Petty not worth? You're
Yeah.
telling me if you're Kevin Lyman or whoever's booking the Vans Warped Tour, you're the company in charge of it too. You can pay for We the Kings in that spot. Let's say the 3 o'clock on the main stage spot. You can pay for We the Kings, which I don't think they're going for Maroon 5 money or anything, but or you could pay for Petty Hendrix, which I imagine is less. It's one guy, this and that,
But
and
it's
and
so
then you can sustain
unique.
your festival going forward, and
Yeah.
it's so unique
We
and
don't
it's
have
so
that.
good,
We didn't have any of
and
that
people will
like
be
last
so
year.
right. Like Petty is like
Chris
that's
Casey
literally
is
what I
another
was
one
saying.
I would like to
Yeah,
see. Yeah.
give them that
Give him a
spot, right? Like
chance.
that's the future. That's the future of the genre right there.
Yeah, I agree. So bring
All right, let me
yeah.
let me give you my fucking picks
Go
as
ahead.
I'm
What are
thinking
your
about it
10?
while
What are
you're
your 10?
saying.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go legacy acts. We're gonna throw in some random ones, like
You
Pennywise,
gotta have the older
The
guys.
Dollar's Calling, The Return of No Effects, but more importantly, modern bands. We're gonna go Leisure Hour, who should be a
Oh,
major band.
Leisure Hour is a good one. Yeah.
Saturdays, who should be a major band. Daisy Grenade, I would like to see there
Yes,
as
they weren't
well.
on there last year's, right?
But really, 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 I would like to see Petty Hendrix on the Warp Tour. I think Petty Hendrix is just such a fucking rock star. It's just a matter of like you need to present him to these people.
Yes, I think so. He would kill it. Yeah. People would just like instantly fall in love with him.
Yeah, no, I love Petty. Petty, if you're watching this, brother, you're my guy, you know?
Mm-hmm. Exactly right. Wait, you still have
Magical.
more. That's like 4. You only did
Oh,
like
that's
4.
four. That is four. Okay, let's think. Let's think. Riley's definitely one. Riley should be massive. I'm putting Riley. I called dibs on Riley for my 2026 most anticipated list because like 2024, their last album comes out. 2025, they did one single this year, which is in my top 3 singles of the year. That list will come out next week on neverphasenetwork.com. Um, but Riley's definitely on there. Saturdays. Kerosene I'd like to see as well, obviously. I'd like to see Kerosene Nights anywhere. I have high hopes for a Combat 2026 maybe. I would love to see a record from them as well because
Bring Holden
same
in.
thing where we get one record in 2024, 2025 we get one song. 26 Warp Tour legacy wise, I'd love to see Alkaline Trio as like a possible legacy act because like I don't love a lot of the pop punk shit like that we do that's very like very pop punky like the Bowling for Soup Avril like we said before like that kind of got you bullied back in our day like it's not totally of our world, it's kind of adjacent. Like I'd love to see Alkaline Trio or something in there. But younger bands, I think, can you imagine like even like a Summer Brews or someone like that,
Oh,
just kind
Summer
of
Brews would be good.
like it
Yeah.
just it's getting them that spot
Mhm.
or Origami Angel. Like
Oh
Origami
my
Angel's been doing a
god.
really good job the last couple of years of like they've been like they're on tour
Yes.
with State Champs coming up soon. They were on tour with Neck Deep, Story So Far. Like they've kind of been opening for these bands that I would say are like Warp Tour main stagers. Like if they're like a modern day Warp Tour like top level pop punk, and it's like Origami. They played the DC date this year at like 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Like, give them the main stage. Same thing at like 6 p.m.
Please give me some
And just like,
Rylan. Yes, please.
right, give me 25 minutes of Rylan, just like, and let him win people over.
Oh, he will. I've no doubt about it. Even if he talks about Pokemon Go or Pokemon in general, he'll still win. Yeah.
Yeah, he will spend the 25 minutes on stage talking about Pokemon.
We'll talk. Yeah. Yeah. I would be okay with that. Go Rylan.
So 2020 before the year ends, roughly while we're here deep enough, NAPNet or not even NAPNet, the EKA, EKA awards, you know what I mean? So like obviously we're
Yes,
probably gonna be announced like we're probably gonna there's gonna be an official award show the next couple weeks. I
there
think
will be.
we can probably like agree like, off the record here. Like here's what I'm thinking is like song of the year, album of the year are Kerosene. New
Yes.
Tattoo, Blame It on the Weather. Band of the year is Saturdays, maybe.
Valid.
Comeback of the year is Sports.
Yeah.
Worst interview of the year is
Got
Handguns.
it down.
I don't know. There's a few other just like awards we got to kind of slip in there and figure
Oh
out where it's
yeah.
like these.
Yes. Yeah. Like worst, like best tour horror story. I mean, we've got
Right?
some
Yeah, like
things we need to do.
there's a few we can really go through and dig through. We're kind of like, like I made a whole list where it's like we can go in if we want to do like best indie this, best pop punk this, like best
Yes.
most, it's like, like we can really open this up because, like, yeah, like I started thinking about Pretty Suspect getting that fucking, knives pulled on them. I started thinking about hot dogs getting sucked down gullets, like, like No Problemo says, like,
When I think of like
opens up
most innovative, I think of Lift the Curse and how they made the rain happen on
the
there.
rain thing,
The
right? Like,
snow,
there's
yeah.
so many options here. There's so many varieties and choices here to choose from. I don't know.
Yes.
Like, I don't know what we're gonna pick for that. Yeah, but there'll be some awards in the next couple weeks if you're watching this. There will be some sort of tuxedo event. Yeah.
Oh boy, I gotta dress up now. Here I'm in a sweatshirt that just says I'm emotional, sad, and stressed. And I listen to Hawthorne Heights because it's my job.
That's nice. Did you get that from Hawthorne Heights or from Etsy?
From Hawthorne Heights.
Oh, they got that?
Yeah, I bought
I
this.
got mine says Tiger Wood start an emo band.
Yes,
Available at whatever Tiger Woods website is. I don't know.
I love it.
Different guy than the golfer though, by the way. Different guy.
Very different. Yeah.
Because I was tied up, yeah, too. I thought the same thing. I wrote the article today. Like I started talking about the other Tiger, and I was like, oh, these are different guys. Like not talking about the guy that won 15 majors.
Mm-mm.
It's easy to talk about the other Tiger because yeah, successful. But yeah, different guy.
Different
Different guy
guy.
completely.
Different guy. Okay.
Different guy completely.
So one of the things I wanted to do since we're
Yeah,
recording
let's go.
is I want
Yeah.
to. So I know that you guys, while I was on my hiatus, I know you guys were doing the get to know your nap knitters,
Questions,
the
yeah.
questions. So I was like, what? Who asked the question? Like, so I need to know who asked these questions. I already know one of mine is from you. And then
I didn't ask. I didn't do it. No, none of this was me. But yeah, keep going. Keep going.
no,
Sure.
so
Whatever you say.
there's 3 questions for me. So I'm like, I'm gonna answer them on our podcast, and then Rob can clip it later and put it wherever he wants. So the first question in the get to know your nap nerd is about Amanda, amazing Amanda, is from Rob. That's what it says in the parentheses.
It says
Rob's,
from Rob.
yeah, Rob's gonna dive it. It says, what are your
Uh,
tricks for tuning me out when I get annoying on the show, asking for those around me?
I didn't. That wasn't me. That was someone else, probably.
That's probably someone else. Do I have any tricks for tuning Rob out? Well, thankfully, I always have notes next to me. So while Rob's talking, I kind of start thinking, what's the next thing I need to say? And I start going through that. And I listen like with my one ear while the other ear is like, what's the next thing I need to say? Because Rob's going to keep going on and on. So like you
I don't
go
know
to
who
your
put that
happy
question.
place while Rob's chatting and you just make sure you understand what the last thing is that he says so that you can respond to it and keep the
I
conversation
didn't
going.
ask that. I don't know what any of that's about. But yeah, okay, whatever. Next question. What else you got?
How much cosplay do you actually own? That's interesting question because I guess it depends on what you like. I own a lot of different pieces that fit a lot of different, like if you just talking about Patrick Stump cosplay.
Crosses over. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot of different pieces that can fit a lot of different types of Patrick Stump. I also have a lot of different pieces that can fit a Pete Wentz or a Gerard Way. So it's hard to quantify how much cosplay. It's just like a different pieces that can become different things. That's
I
really what
get
it
like
is.
it should be less like a quantifiable like itemery. It should be
Yeah.
more of like a quantifiable like percentage of your life. What percentage of your life is wrapped up in cosplaying?
Well, before I would have said about like 65%, but haven't done it in a while. So I need to get back into it. But I've
Get
been
you
a little
back into the
busy.
dress up game.
Yeah, I need to start getting back into it and start doing some more cosplay again.
Is a separation from a marriage a good excuse to be too busy to cosplay?
I don't
Just
know. You asked.
I don't know if that passes. Yeah,
Does
I
that
don't know.
pass?
Yeah,
I don't know.
is that severe enough to stop you from fucking playing pretend? I don't know.
It
I don't know.
might
I
have
think you need to
been.
figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah, it might have been.
No,
Depends on how
get your
severe it
fucking
was.
act together.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I meant to mention earlier, since we've been recording this episode, we passed 1,500 followers on Instagram. It's an application. 1,500? 1,500?
Yay!
Probably a lot of those came in from the video of you walking down the hallway, which has damn near half a
Does it
million
really?
views now. Literally like
Are you talking about the one where
480,000
I'm like
views.
talking about the band who's like messages
Yeah,
me?
the band. Yeah, no, and it's so much of it is just been fucking dumbass teenagers arguing about like Pete Wentz or Gerard Way, like who's the bigger piece. It's just being like, yeah, well, MSI this, Gerard did this, and then the random person popping in being like, Davey Vanity from Blood on the Dance Floor, fucking yeah, put me in a basement kind of thing,
Yeah.
and just like,
Did we forget about
it's just
Jesse
kinda like,
Lacey? Like, what the hell?
right? It's like there's that's like I'll just click the heart on them because I see them as they, but just like I want to be like, you guys realize there's like actual really serious fucking predators out there to worry about. Like Pete Wentz was just kind of a fucking loser at some point.
He
I
was
don't
a
know,
loser back
chatting up a
then,
girl.
yeah.
Yeah, just not very cool. But it's like there's actual monsters that you guys should be worried about
Yeah,
right
like
now. Like,
sadly, like it was acceptable back then.
yeah,
That's the
that wasn't
problem.
really that. Yeah, it's tough to explain to a 15. Well,
No,
however old
not
these motherfuckers
today.
are.
Yeah,
They're not gonna
yeah.
get it. But it's like this is not. It's not good
It's
behavior.
not,
Don't get me
yeah.
wrong. But like, it's not like in the grand scheme of being a monster. Like this is the bottom
No,
percentile.
because what are you expecting? He doesn't do it that he's not like it's a pattern of things anyway.
No, no.
Yeah. But the last question is what's the naughtiest dream you've ever had about Patrick Stump?
Who asked that?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
How does mine have my name in next to it? Because I wrote. I don't think I would have put my name on
That
it.
someone else did. I blame Ryan.
Yeah, I wouldn't have just been like. Yeah, I wouldn't have just been like, this one's from Rob. Like, no. Okay, but yeah. Let's get to the dream erotica.
I don't
Fuck
know.
it. Why not?
I'll be
Why not?
honest with you. If you want to see the naughtiest things I've ever thought about Patrick Stump, you just go to my archiveofourown.org, AO3. Fabulous Girl 85. It's spelled exactly how you'd expect it to be spelled.
These are
Fabulous is
things we
spelled
need to
right.
put specifically
Girl is
behind a
spelled correct.
paywall on the Emo Kids Anonymous
And
site.
you can see I have a couple of like reader fanfics, like it's like in you person, like it's a you like or not, like yeah, you're doing it.
POV,
POV.
a literal
Yes,
POV,
yeah. One of them might have been like what I wish would have happened at Riot Fest 2024. Maybe. Yeah, that would have been. That's a good one. I like that one. I think it's good. It could have been better, but I mean, I might go back and rewrite it. But it
Could
was
have
pretty
been
good.
better. Could have been better.
Yeah, I'll be honest. A lot of the things I do write it though are not even about me and Patrick Stump. It's more about Patrick Stump and Pete Wentz. I know what gets the likes, okay? I know what gets everyone up in a tizzy. I'm not stupid. I know what everyone's looking for. There's so many videos
I know
on
what the reader wants,
TikTok
okay?
and YouTube about
I
that.
know. Yeah, we know.
I know what
we
the reader's
know
looking
about
for.
the book talk.
But I do have
yeah,
I do have a couple of reader. What's the other one? Now I gotta look at it because I don't remember. It's been a while
Patrick
since I've
the
written.
top or the bottom with Pete?
It depends on the story.
Depends on the story. Sometimes
A lot of people are
one
like,
is more
there are
timid
arguments
nature.
about like, oh, he would never be the top or whatever. I'm like, I don't know. He's a little bit more
I don't
bossy
know.
than you
Yeah,
think he is. I think he actually would be the top.
I can see him topping.
I
Yeah,
think he would be the top. Yeah, most of these are not. Yeah, I think actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I think the only work I have is I only have one reader fic, and that's my Riot Fest fic. Everyone else is about Patrick Stump and
Patrick and
well,
Pete.
that's not true. I have if you ever go to I don't think you can get on it anymore. Meba was an old fan fiction site, and I wrote like a trilogy, no, a two companion stories, a sequel and of sorts, about a girl who is very Mary Sue.
Sister stories.
Yeah, it's a Mary Sue situation and Patrick Stump. That's 2013, like when Patrick Stump was like fedora Patrick Stump and leather jackets and the skinny jeans.
Yeah, thinned up,
Yeah,
like fresh
so
off Soul Punk era.
yeah,
Patrick
and then I wrote
Stump,
another one, another Mary Sue, where hypothetically Fall Out Boy went to Temple University with a girl and they met. So I wrote
they went to Temple, huh?
yeah.
I met this girl who's fucking
And
had
they
a
got
roommate that was
famous
like
while
this
they were
fucking
like in
gay
Temple going
fucking
to like
theater major.
yeah. No, she was an English
What do
major.
you know?
She was an English major, just
Yo,
like someone
What do you
else.
know?
Um,
But the roommate was a gay guy who was an English or a theater major. I can't remember how it was in the story.
no, in the story, her roommate was a sorority girl in the story. In real
Oh,
life,
yeah,
one of my roommates was a theater major who turned out to be gay. But I had a crush
Yeah, there
on
we
him,
go.
and then his friend, who was also our roommate, had to say he hasn't come out yet, but I'm pretty sure he's gay. He does stop. It's not gonna happen. He was right. It's fine. I learned my lesson.
Do you have any like friends or relatives or anyone close to you that you think are gay but they just haven't come out yet?
Yes, I'm not gonna say names. Yes.
No, so just here we go. Here, close relative. Just want to out them.
No.
I remember being at the airport one time and like randomly like a bunch of my brother and a bunch of my cousins were flying out. Like it was like after like Thanksgiving or Christmas. We're all flying at the same time, and I'm just like, there's like 20 of us cousins. Statistically, like 1 in 10 people is gay or whatever. Like one of us has to be gay. Like who is it? Like I'm like, Brian, is it you? Is it me? Like who's gay? Someone has to be gay here, kind of thing. I'm always wondering. I'm like, which one of you? Like
Which one of you is?
not in an accusatory way. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm like, one of us has to be gay. Like when is the wheel gonna stop spinning, and which one of us is it gonna land on, kind of thing? Because one of us has to be gay.
You may never find out until they're on their deathbed.
I want to know.
I know.
I want to know who's gay.
One day you'll find out. Okay, those are my questions. That's what I had.
That's good. Have you missed anything else important with like NapNet stuff or anything like that that you have like that you're wondering about? Is there anything cool there? You missed anything? We have two new people in the
You
group.
talked
We have
about
some
that.
friends who are kind of taking a step back.
Yes,
Yeah.
talked about that.
It's okay. Shout out Andy. Becca, great teammate. Devin, great teammate. Fellow podcaster. Devin's a sweetheart.
Yeah.
New addition to NapNet. Um, that's fucking it on that front, is what it is. But we have a bunch of cool shit on the go. Let me
We
tell you that
do.
much right now. Our shit's been fucking popping off. Uh, Gabriel is going to be here in January. We're still finalizing a date.
I'm
We're going
excited
to
about
reschedule
that.
the Benjamin Quad Action Adventure coming up. Keen
I'm
coming
excited
up.
for Action
Uh,
Adventure, yeah.
Action Adventure tight as fuck. There's a bunch of like that same day, yeah, Wednesday also randomly, if you can make it. I also have scheduled I wasn't sure of the situation, but I scheduled, there's one at noon with the band Keem, who are like action adventure on like new metal fucking crank or something like that. They're
New
so fucking
metal.
cool. They're so, oh my god, you listen to the record. I sent it to CZB because I was just like, I feel like this is really done. And she was like, what the fuck, like this is so sick, this and that, and I
Oh,
was
it
like,
sounds like a
it's action
CZB
adventure.
thing, yeah.
It's so like, it's literally like you get like 10 seconds into the first song and like the turntable starts and it's like, what the fuck is this?
You're like,
Keem is
where's
super
Mike?
cool.
Where's Mike from Lincoln
Right,
Park?
right, yeah. What's going on here? Like, we got
Shinoda.
DJ fucking, yeah. We got Sam Otto and fucking, yeah. Like, it's just like it feels like an old skateboarding video game or something. Like, we're just like it kicks into the turntable shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Um, Red's. I'm gonna send it to you later. The Red Sun album.
Yep,
I'm
send it to me.
I'm gonna literally send to you. Can we run it tomorrow? Sorry, busy today. Yeah, brother, it's 8:03. David from Dear Cincy just texted me right now, and he's like, can we do the interview tomorrow? And I'm like, brother, like, you didn't even hit me back all week. I told him, like, Friday. I was like, yeah, Monday, or I told him, like, Thursday. I was like, Monday, I don't know. Like, yeah, we're probably pretty wide open. Just let me know. And then I
Don't
was
we
like, oh,
have
shit,
a
we have final boss fight. I was going to tell him, like, oh, shit, like, we have final boss fight, this and that. And I was like, I'll
yeah.
wait for him to hit me up. Never hit me up. And now he's just like, can we run it? Brother, no, we can't. I don't know.
We're
I
sorry.
don't know, David. But I'm gonna send you
Do it.
I'm gonna send you the Red Sun one.
Okay.
Rough Riders, coolest fucking song ever. They're on our show in January. There's some other random ones that are coming on in January that are cool. I gotta look, but like I emailed everyone from like fucking Travi from Gym Class Heroes to like I hit up Dale Earnhardt Jr.
What?
because Dale Earnhardt Jr. loves pop punk.
Have you have hit up Patrick Stump yet?
I was kind of waiting on that one. That one seemed like less of one to say fuck it on, just swing a shot. That one seemed like one that I need to be more careful on, kind of thing.
True. The
But like,
Fall
oh,
Out Boy archive
that's.
team, it took him a year to get him actually on the podcast, like to actually do.
I feel like we can start turning that gear, right? We can
Yeah,
start
I think
turning
it's
those
time
gear,
to
like,
start tier. I mean, maybe
yeah,
you'd be sooner
we're,
to get
we're
like Pete
close
Wentz
enough.
on there, honestly, which I'd be okay talking to him again. I didn't get to talk last
You're
time
like,
I interviewed him.
you're
I
like,
was
yeah,
doing a different
I
podcast.
can live with Pete Wentz.
Yeah, and it was I can live with Pete Wentz, and it wasn't about his music, so it was yeah, it'd be cool. To
I
talk
think we
about.
can get Pete easily. We can get Pete easily.
Can we?
We got Jason easily. We've gotten everyone very easily. Just a matter of just I'll make it. I'll make it fucking happen. We'll get Pete. We'll get Joe. We'll get Andy. What's Andy doing? When this is done, will you go do the butthole video before or the butt video before you go to sleep?
Yes, I'll do that. Yes. Are we still
like,
doing this episode? Or are we now talking?
This is still recording. This is still going. Yeah. Where you're basically just like things I put up my butt, nothing, and then it cuts to me, and I'm just gonna kind of just start listing things that may or may not have gone up my bottom. Yeah, just get that to me before you go to bed, and I'll have it up in the morning. No big deal. No big deal. Yeah. The people will get excited though. Yeah, they don't.
I'll do it.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, well, yeah. If you want to know the real bottom stories, you go over to the paid section of the Discord. The paid section isn't set up yet, but we'll set it up.
If you want to see some bottom stories, go to my AO3. I'll show you some.
I was gonna say, yeah, go read her Riot Fest fuckery
no,
tale.
No, not that one.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the other ones, and then tell me how accurate it is because I don't know.
Look, I don't know. I don't know how bottoming. I don't know how fucking man on man shit works, like logistically. Does this add up to you? Does this add up to anyone?
I
I don't
researched.
know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
We don't know.
Who else did you miss? Who else were you did you that I can give you some dirt on that was exciting?
I don't
Uh
know.
Drought, they were interesting characters. I couldn't tell if they liked me or not. They're very professional. I think we're pals though.
That's good.
The good, yeah, I can't quite tell. They might, there's situations like that where it's like I feel like I need you there because they're too mature and they can tell I'm a moron. Pretty bitter, interesting band, very cool. That guy was fucking weird to me. Uh, very cool though. And then the teenagers and oh, this band randomly DM'd me like a week ago, like
Yeah.
on Tuesday. Yeah, literally a week ago. And it was written, or they emailed us, and it was emailed so well that I was literally like kind of, because they're from Canada, they're from
Oh.
Halifax. They're called customer service. And I was like, fuck it. I have no family. I'm not doing anything on Thanksgiving. Let's fucking hop on for an hour at 2 p.m. And then, like, I say that on Tuesday. And then on the Wednesday, Matt Batiste is like, oh, I'm having this band come on the show. You guys haven't heard of them. They're called customer service. This, that. I'm like, did they email you? And he's like, yeah, they did. And I was like, it's a good email, right? Like, they won you over with the email? And Matt's basically like, yeah, same, like, yeah, like, great email, this, that, cool guys, this and that. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking chit chat with them tomorrow on Thanksgiving just because they emailed well, kind of thing.
Oh my
Canadians,
gosh.
super weird. If I'm not mistaken, they got their record produced. Like they produced it with Billy. Like they did their drums
And Billy
themselves, but
Menino.
they had Billy Menino do the rest. Same thing with that Good Sleepy band, the one that were like
Yeah.
that Becky sent over, like the week before that, where I was like, fuck it, let's go. Like they did their last record with same thing, Billy Menino, where it's just like they were teenagers though. They were in high school during, it was like some of them were in high school, some of them were in college, and it was like pandemic era, and they're doing
Yeah.
class via Zoom, and then also recording a record. I'm just like, how did you do this?
That is really cool for them. Billy
Right?
Menino.
I'm like, this is interesting. Yeah, Billy. Why? I don't know why you haven't come on yet. Billy will come on next year.
We'll get him on. That'd be fun. I
I was
would
gonna say
like to.
we can get Billy.
Yeah, I like to
What'd you
talk
write
to
for me,
him.
Benji? This is what you wrote for me? Do you find this questionable? Do you find this worrisome?
I feel like yes. Should
That's
I
not good,
worry
right? This
should I
can't be good.
worry about a possible um alien invasion?
Yeah, this isn't good. This isn't good. Benji, that's not good behavior, buddy. I don't think.
That is
Japanese
hilarious.
characters like that just randomly done. Like I don't. Is best case scenario he's a weeb.
A best case scenario. Worst case
Best case
scenario.
scenario, worst case scenario. Yeah, I don't know, buddy. I'm not letting you near any weapons. I'll tell you that much right now for
Exactly.
sure.
All right, Rob. I think it's time to wrap up our episode because
I think so.
it is 11 o'clock my time and I am
I was gonna
tired.
say you're doing good over there. You've had a long night. We've kept you all night.
Yeah, and then I drink wine, so now I'm starting to feel the effects of that heavily.
We let the Josh talk tonight. I was happy to see you.
I was happy
I'm
to see
so
you
happy.
too.
I'm I'm so happy you're back
Me too. I'm
where
happy to
you
be back
fucking
too.
belong, you know? Like
Yes.
it's like you're Charlie Kirk over here, okay? The seat's always
Okay,
open for you.
can
You
we
know,
not?
I was
That's not the analogy that we ever want to go with.
you know, like you're my Charlie Kirk. That seat's always open, you
Can't you
know?
say like I'm
I
like you're like I don't know, you're John Nolan or something
you're
like
my Tom DeLonge. You're my Tom
Tom
DeLonge.
Nolan.
Like,
It's
okay,
always
like,
like, can
yeah,
we just
like,
go
yeah.
that
You need to
analogy?
leave. You
Like
need to leave for a few years to go chase some aliens. I understand, okay? You need to do that. Yeah, that's fine, okay? Yeah, let's okay. Yeah. Sorry, Erica, if you heard that. Erica
I
Kirk, I
don't
know
think
you're a
she's
big
that
fan of
sad.
this
I mean,
show.
her and JD Vance are over here. I don't think she's,
You
never
think
mind. Don't
Erica
post
Kirk
that. Don't.
yeah, no, we're not putting this clip up, trust me. I put a clip of I put a clip where I called the Mount Rushmore a mountain full of like white like slave owners.
Oh
And yeah,
no.
people got really upset about it. So I'm not going to put this part. But yeah, do you think Erica Kirk is a hoe?
No. I just
You don't think so?
think she's moved on.
Yeah, I don't know. Nice. I like, yeah, the leather jeggings are a choice. But anyways, Erica, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Subscribe and like and all that. Amanda, I'm happy to have you back. All right, yeah, we can go now.
Bye everyone. Happy to be back.
This show is a part of the Never a Phase Network, a collective of creators dedicated to keeping the spirit of the scene alive. Our network of creators make social media content, they share music news and reviews, and of course bring you great podcast content. For more information, please visit neveraphasenetwork.com and follow Never a Phase Network on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
Hey man, it's your boy Petty Hendrix, man. You tuned in to Emo Kids Anonymous. Check it out. You did.